time for the Viper to go hunting. In episode 4 of Unleashed. Season 3, of course.
That's it.
I'm working on the bombs.
Ah, Mephiles.
This is a nice little side shot thing.
To call me so soon. Then again, it's only been like what?
Enough back talk, Ravage. I've given you at least half an hour, and I've already heard quite a ruckus. Tell me, how goes the destruction?
Well, if you must know, everything is going so swell.
In fact, not only are we done, but we're having a party to celebrate. Do you think you can bring the food so we can...
Ravage.
All right. If you must know, no. Absolutely nothing is going well whatsoever. I've tried half a... wait, hold on, just a second. Fire in the hole!
And this case is why you don't use dynamite on a PNG. Doesn't do anything.
Half of our explosives, and that stupid thing is left without a scratch.
Have you tried a hammer?
Indestructible.
It's owned by a god. What did you expect? A strongest of wind
You know
to do
what?
the
It
job?
doesn't even matter. Keep trying everything. I don't care how long it takes, but you and your men are not leaving this island until that temple is destroyed. We cannot allow what is inside of it to fall into anyone's hands, let alone the Lancers.
You know, if you're so concerned about what's inside of that thing, why don't you just let me handle it, Mephiles? I'm sure I am more than capable of disposing whatever is inside of that.
Do not defy me!
Either you come back when that temple is
If
destroyed...
Mephiles couldn't
or
take
you
it down,
don't
what makes you
come back
think?
at
What
all.
makes you think you
Do
could?
not go inside of it, just destroy it. That's an order.
Well,
Mephiles'
fine,
lighting in this
Dad.
one actually fits in the background pretty well. It was probably just an improv thing. It actually fits.
What am I gonna do with him?
Send him in after Nanix. Worst case scenario, he dies and you're done with him. And the world becomes a better place.
Silence. What is it?
Okay, a castle.
The Barrian clan's base.
Uh-oh.
Good work, Silence. Remain in your post until me and Viper get back. When we do, I would like you to take some of my men and search that base. The card that Minus had wasn't on him when we dueled.
So we've
it
got to
has
get the other
be
piece
there.
of Zark.
Do I make myself clear?
Fortunately, the Lancers have the last piece, so even if they get the last piece from the Barian clan,
Excellent.
it won't matter.
You are dismissed.
You don't have all four, you might as well not have any.
Now to wait to see...
Actually, no, now I think about it, Blur has one of the pieces.
Ray.
Meh. Anyway, Viper is still going after Blur, so that's going to be a head-to-head clash. Oy. Now I just gotta do it the aftermath of the Nanix thing. The God's Temple is indestructible. Who would have guessed God wouldn't just let you enter his domain? I think there was an entire Bible story about that. Let's go and meet God. No, and you now have foreign languages now. Tower of Babel.
Hello? Hello?
Because anytime people try to
Hugo?
hear each other speak after that, it just sounds like babbling.
Ugh. Damn it. Must be jamming my signals.
Oh god. I hear this theme and all I can think is a frickin' ball-pushing puzzle.
Correction. If you find a way off this island.
Oh.
No, that's the last thing I needed. Surprise! Tell me, child, hasn't your mother ever told you not to stick your nose in another person's business? Yeah, well, I was never one for following orders. So I can see that. Well, sorry to disappoint you, but we cannot afford a bounty hunter reporting what we're doing here to anyone.
I won't tell anyone.
If you think that you're escaping...
I won't tell everyone.
Again. Bounty hunter? Who said I was just a bounty hunter? I'm a reporter.
And a hero.
This is a pretty good story for the Daily Bugle, sponsored to you by the Lancers. Oh, and who, may I ask, would be paying for this story? Nobody, Scales. I'm a free agent. Is that so? Then how about this? Considering I'm not really in a big dueling mood today, I'll give you an opportunity, if you will. Leave this island and speak nothing of this, and I will be more than happy to compensate you for your troubles. Sorry, but my conscience has always taught me not to trust someone named after a venomous predator.
Safe
I'll
bet.
have to pass on that one. A bounty hunter that doesn't take money. Interesting. Very well then. If you will not take my cash, then you will take your destruction. Well, you can't duel something you can't catch. No, you
Apologies. And the chase is on. And now we're gonna have ourselves a turbo duel. A little while later, anyway.
Come on, I can't shake this guy.
I like to imagine Viper's runner is snake themed.
We
We don't get to see runners until Gacha, but I can still have my headcanons, dang it.
Some of our other troops will.
Where'd you even get a runner? Meh, Mephiles got it.
You guys even have duel runners anyway.
I actually asked that.
Say, a true duelist must come prepared.
That's the best we're gonna get, so take it or leave
You
it.
should probably make good use of it while you're on it. Because the way I see it, there's only one way out of this. It looks that way. Very well then. Prepare yourself to be destroyed. And once you are destroyed,
Viper only got one
my
duel in
master
Season 2, and it was the behind the duels one. So it barely counts.
Activating speed spell, Speed World Deluxe. Do not cut me off, boy. We already have enough trouble as it is. Oh, you mean with that freaky temple? What's the meaning of that thing anyway? None of your business. Yeah, why can't they just talk?
Because that would be
it's your
easy.
funeral. No, my dear friend. It is yours.
Let's find out whose funeral it
Speed
is.
duel! I will go first, bounty hunter. I draw. I summon to the field Venerex Nettlebush.
Venerexes
I
are
activate
back.
this monster's special ability, which allows me to perform a fusion summon without the need of polymerization. So I'll combine him with the Venerex Scorpio that's in my hand. With these two monsters, I fusion summon Venerex Cephalia.
Alright,
But I'm
this thing's
not done
back.
there.
They get a
Next, I will
recolor?
activate a speed spell from my extra deck. Go, Continuum Energy. You see, normally, I cannot activate continuous spells unless I have more than 6 speed counters. But with this spell card, I can activate continuous spells from my hand, regardless of the number of speed spells I have.
Bah!
For once this turn.
Only for
I
this
choose
turn,
one,
alright.
Venerex Territory. And you'll find out what it does soon enough. But for now, I'll set one card face down and end my turn. It's your move. Your name's Viper, and yet you're using bushes, scorpions, and whatever the heck that is. Where's the snakes? If you ask me, that's kind of false advertisement.
It's still
I make the
poisonous.
choice of what deck I use. Besides, I think you'll find that this deck is quite relevant to my name. Now make your move before I lose patience.
I'll make you lose more than patience.
Perfect. I'll start things off with Jammingway Cyan Crane.
Okay.
And just like an actual crane, he'll lift up a bit of support for me. Because when he's summoned, I get to special summon another Jammingway monster from my deck. As a level 2 monster. Go, Blue Unicorn! Now I'll tune Cyan Crane with Unicorn. Prepare yourself, because I'm synchro summoning Jammingway Indigo Asteroid!
Hello, old friend.
And when Indigo Asteroid
Been a
is
while.
summoned, not only do Crane and Unicorn force you to mill a card from the top of your deck,
But they're banished too.
but now that he's on the field, I'll activate his special ability, allowing him to gain Blue Unicorn's attack points.
Nice.
Set 2 cards face down and do some battling. Go, Indigo! Battle! Destroy his...
Ding!
Okay, hold on. Okay, this is bugging me. I'm sorry. What the heck is that?
It's a
I have
Venerex.
no idea what that is supposed to be. For your information, it's a Ferrocephalia. Oh. Well, never heard of that animal before. That's because it's prehistoric.
That would explain it.
In fact, it's one of the first venomous predators in existence.
Oh!
Now, are
That's
you going
cool.
to try and attack or what?
Nice little bit of knowledge there.
Fine. No need to egg me on. Indigo, destroy his... whatever that is.
Just attack the Venerex.
Indigo impact! It appears that your monster doesn't want to attack.
Huh?
Why not?
Use the
Because
card.
it has a Venerex counter, and since it does, it's not allowed to attack my Ferrocephalia. He doesn't have a Venerex counter. It does now, thanks to my Venerex territory.
Yep.
It places a Venerex counter on any monster you summon.
Any of them.
Fine, I end my turn.
Predator Planets wish they had counters like this. Heck, a lot of counter decks wish they had cards like
I
that.
draw.
Cloudians might be good if they had that. You summon monster? Cloud counter, cloud counter, cloud counter,
First,
cloud
I
counter.
tribute my Venerex which lets me special summon both its fusion materials back from the graveyard.
Okay.
But
They're
they won't
darks.
stay long. Not when I summon the tuna monster Venerex Vampire Bat.
Oh boy. Synchro time.
He has a tuner monster. Yep, my deck can do whatever it likes.
I
Just
figured
like how
given it
my
reacted
Vampire
earlier.
Bat can use its special ability to reduce your monster's attack points by its level, times 200. Ah, great.
Eh.
And on top of that, those lost attack points are added to my life.
Go figure.
Ugh.
I like the 5Ds
That
counter
means
though.
Since he gained life points, he'll gain speed counters. One for every 500 life points I gain. And that also means you can use more types of spell cards. I'm sure that will come in handy for later. But for now, I tune my Vampire Bat with my other monsters in order to synchro summon Venerex Funnel Spider!
Oh boy.
Why'd it have to be spiders? I hate spiders. Well, you'll especially not like this one. Battle! Funnel Spider! Attack his Indigo Asteroid! Not so fast! Go Blue Unicorn! I banish this card from my graveyard to will do absolutely nothing, because I activate my Funnel Spider's ability. During the battle phase, if it battles a monster with a Venerex counter, I can negate one monster effect and banish that monster.
Ah.
Your Blue Unicorn is worthless. Uh-oh.
You're worthless.
And your Indigo Asteroid is in pieces. Go, Funnel Spider! Creepy Crawly Clash! Well, in that case, I'll activate my own speed spell. Go, Sturdy Speed! Now I don't lose any speed counters from this battle. Ugh!
We lost 2,000
You've
life
still
points.
taken the damage and your monster is still destroyed. And with that destruction, a few abilities activate. First,
More?
since my Funnel Spider battled, I can add my Venerex Vampire Bat back to my hand.
Nah.
And I can also draw one card, since it destroyed a monster with a Venerex counter.
Gah.
Oh, and also, my monster gains an additional 800 attack.
Bleh.
So good luck getting over it. Hey, hang on a minute. I actually felt that.
It's a shadow game,
What's the
as
deal?
Viper likes to call it.
Yeah, that. That's because this is a shadow game. And as such,
It's
when you
his special
lose this
ability.
I will be able to cast your soul into the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm? Okay, I'll admit, I've been blindly believing things like dual spirits and what have you, but... the Shadow Realm? Come on, the Shadow Realm's just a myth. We live in a world where multi-dimensional travel is possible, and yet that is what you're not able to believe?
Seriously.
The amount
I gave up on like trying to be like, that's bullcrap in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe a
I
long
resent
time
that.
ago.
Oh, whatever. Live
Made
in
life a lot easier.
wish. You will not be spared from the
Life is so much easier when you don't care.
Perhaps, but neither two cards from the top of your deck. Because of Indigo Asteroid's destruction, they're being milled. Earth. A minor loss which will not go unpunished. I end my turn. Make your Silly little move. Alright then, my turn. Prepare yourself, Scales, because this is where I tip you. I draw!
That tip me over, or you give me some extra money, or...
Perfect! I summon Sonic Wyvern! And when Sonic
a baby
Wyvern is
version.
summoned, it lets me special summon a Wind Tuner monster from my graveyard. I don't think so. I play my trap card, Venorex Paralyzation.
Gah.
With this trap, for the rest of this turn, all monsters you control that have Venorex counters have their effects negated. What? Ah, no!
Annoying little
yes.
gnat.
And as long as my Venorex territory is on the field, any monsters you summon will gain Venorex counters. That means I've effectively nullified the ability...
Where's Jamming Way Mystical Space Typhoon?
No matter what you bring out, it will be completely powerless. I'll give you...
Jamming Way Dust Tornado, anyone?
I activate my Jamming Way Jump Force. With it, I can bring back my Jamming Way Cyan Crane from the graveyard. And now that I've worked around that problem, I'll tune these two monsters together. Go, great beast, take to the skies. Flap your wings of freedom. I synchro summon Sonic Boom Dragon.
Okay, but it doesn't have his effects.
Oh, Sonic Boom Dragon. You know, I was originally intending to get this card off of you, but ever since we found our real target, me, my Master Mephiles, and what have you have pretty much given up on your dragon.
They gave up on
There's
Season
also a
1's
few
plot.
others that we plan to get.
When you have the Dimension Dragons, why would you need
that
these
doesn't
dragons?
interest you.
Oh right, because they keep
This
kicking your ass.
information will be irrelevant once you are defeated. Besides, not only is your monster too weak, but its special ability cannot be activated, so how can it help you? Then it's a good thing that I'm not done yet. Now,
At least they
first,
bring it up again, I
Jump
guess.
Force
They're just
and
like
Cyan
abandoned
Crane
if they
force you to mill
bring it
4
up.
cards
Meh.
from the top of your deck. Urgh. Then I special summon my Crystal Synchron from my hand.
Time to synchro again.
With it, I'll tune it with Sonic Boom Dragon. Go, great beast, take to the skies. Flap your golden wings and fly at the speed of sound. Synchro summon Super Sonic Dragon.
This is the card that beat his brother.
Super Sonic Dragon. And let me guess, you're going to try and bring out an even flashier version? Nah, I think this is good enough. Especially when I combine him with my speed spell, Rush Hour. This gives him 500 extra attack points for each one of my speed
I'll
counters.
take care of it.
Oh no! And last I checked, your Funnel Spider is weaker than that.
Well, I got
Now
3900
go,
attack.
Supersonic. Squash that bug! Supersonic Stream! Urgh. There we go. And now, I will end my turn, and during the end phase, not only does Supersonic get his effect back, but I have to banish a wind monster in order to keep him on the field.
And maintenance costs, man.
Alright, you got me there, I'll admit. But that's just a minor bit of luck. Once this duel goes on long enough, me and my monsters will rush through your veins and consume you inside out.
Ugh.
Just like the poison we truly are. Because you, Blur, are nothing but a rat. And I am your exterminator. Now,
I'm not a rat. I'm a hedgehog. Hedgehog. Wait, no, I'm a human. Dang, what am I saying? Oy. It's nice to see Viper duel again, just in general. Like, say what you will, but after Season 1 where he showed off his awesome power and then kind of disappeared for Season 2, took a back seat, which isn't the end of the world, but it's still a shame that we didn't get to see him. It's good to see him back in the, well, driver's seat, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. Also, we find out that the temple holding a god cannot be beaten by men, or mere mortals. What a surprise. What a twist. Not much really to discuss on this one. We have a good back and forth going, so let's just get right back to the action this time. Now, back to the dueling action. They don't have to be long outros in between segments. We could just be like, hey, that was a good duel. Now let's keep going.
Now then, Blur, my hunt will end as I summon my Venorex Vampire Bat back to the field.
Great.
Ah,
Time for more
not
synchro
that little
plays.
sucker again. I'm sure you already know.
I think we go by the 5Ds counter
Go,
since
my
it's a
Vampire
turbo duel.
Bat.
That's a nice
Drain
detail.
his monster's attack points. Urgh. And add it to my life
So he
points.
gets more
And it boosts your
freaking...
speed counters.
Yeah.
Now you can practically use any spell you want. Indeed, But before I do, I'll banish my Venerex paralysis from the graveyard.
Why?
To bring my Venerex Nettlebush back to the
Ah,
field.
I see.
Its effects are negated, but that's fine by me, as I use these two monsters for Venerex Fusion!
Uh-oh.
Ah, no, a fusion summon! Now, my two monsters, meld yourselves together! And I think I know the exact monster to use to bring the sting. I fusion summon Venerex Giant Wasp! Oh, come on! If spiders weren't bad enough, you have wasps too?
Yep.
I take it you don't like wasps very much either? Well, you figured correct. Give bees some credit, at least they only sting when they feel threatened.
Yeah, and they
Wasps,
die
on
after
the
the
other
fact.
hand, well, they just sting you whenever they want to.
It's a kamikaze.
Well, I assure you, this wasp is no different. I set one card face down and conduct my battle phase. And during the battle phase, I can use my wasp special ability. Since your monster has a Venerex counter, I can use my wasp to bounce it back to your hand.
Gah! No!
No! Pierce his skull with your stinging lancer! Ah!
You see Lancer?
And that should do it.
Wrong.
This is exactly
Half
why I
damage.
hate wasps. Or not. Yeah. You can thank my final speed spell for that. My damage absorber speed spell cuts the
Your shock
damage I
absorber,
take
close
in
enough.
half. Ugh, you are certainly hard to get rid of, blue hair. What can I say? Rats can't be trapped that easily. You should have tried
But you
trapping
assumed I'd die hard.
carrots.
Ugh.
Very well then. You've spared yourself another turn. Let's see if you can make it count. I'm done. Thank you very much. My move, I draw! I activate Jamming Way Space Gift.
What's
By
that do?
discarding a Jamming Way monster from my hand, I'm able to draw 2 new cards.
That's handy.
Oh, and don't forget, the monster I discarded forces you to mill a card from the
Go
top of your deck.
figure.
Wait. Could I...
Shouldn't be able to see what the cards are anymore. Oh well, if it speeds up the production, it's fine.
Got something interesting? You could say that. I don't think this is important to you, but I've got me a new toy that I'd very much like to test out.
Oh, you gonna go assault mode again? No.
I was planning to use this on a other occasion, but the moment's passed. But I think you'll do just nicely. Is that so?
He was planning to use it
Well,
against his brother.
If you think it can save your soul from the Shadow Realm, then by all means, make my Millennium. Your wish is my command.
It's match of the
slaves.
Millennium.
Now let's do this! Whatever you're going to do, you better hurry. I doubt that dual runner of yours can keep going for much longer.
He probably hasn't put gas in for much longer.
My dual runner doesn't have that much fuel left.
Yep, as I figured.
If I want to win this duel as fast as possible,
Extra stakes.
I better make sure this next monster's a game breaker.
Mark, I made a stake. A stake?
Alright,
Yes.
I'll start off by summoning this monster to the field. Jamming Way Burgundy Plesios!
Okay. No abilities for you.
Hold on, there's just one more little effect I forgot to mention. You see, every time one of your monsters gains a Venerex counter, which, again, happens thanks to the special ability of my Venerex territory, my Venerex Giant Wasp gains an additional 400 attack points.
Great.
Effectively, every time you summon a monster, my Giant Wasp will get stronger.
Bigger and bigger.
Well, that's fine by me. Your monster can get as strong as it wants to. Because now I'm using my Plesio special ability, which lets me bring back Jamming Way Cyan Crane for round 3.
You have a
And
Venerex
again,
counter.
My monster gains an additional
I
400
guess
attack points.
I was remembering it was the
I'm aware
other
of
fusion
that.
monster.
Now,
Sorry, the
I
secret
banish
monster.
my Jamming Way Indigo Asteroid
I'm having a brave fart.
in order to special summon Jamming Way Cardinal Skull. And again, my monster gets stronger.
I don't care.
Fine by me, because now all 3 of these monsters are on the field. I think I'll be bringing out my secret weapon. I tune all 3 of my monsters together. Viper, Your dual runner may run like poison, but just you wait, because this monster I'm bringing out is the antidote. I Synchro Summon, level 8, Jamming Way, Green Nova!
Hello, Green Nova. What a surprise to see you so soon.
What? I've never seen that monster before.
That's because it's new.
It's fairly new. But before he leaps into action, my 3 monsters force you to mill 3 cards from the top of your deck. Urgh. You know,
I like those cards.
have I forgot to mention how much I hate your deck? The fact that you're making me discard my allies with no effort?
Well, Fredo
It's
feels the same way.
disgraceful. Ah, don't worry. They'll still be useful. Especially considering they're boosting my monster's attack points by 500. What?
For every banished monster the
That's
opponent
right.
has,
For every one
Green
of
Nova
your
gains
face-down
500 attack
banished cards,
points.
That's 12, by the way. My monster gains 500 extra attack points. That's 6,000 attack. Oh no!
More than enough to wipe out Giant
Straight to
Wasp.
action. Get him, Green Nova! Not so fast. Giant Wasp, use your special ability to return that monster to the hand.
Nope.
Oh, I don't think so. I activate Green Nova's special ability. By giving up 1,000 of its attack points, I can negate your monster's effect and destroy it.
Hakai!
Ah! I think I'll allow the both of you to now introduce yourselves. Personally, Green Nova, attack him directly! Go, Green Nova, Shockwave! Ah!
And he lost 5 speed counters from that. What a hit.
And now that Nova's on my field, I don't think you have much else to offer. So, I'll end my turn.
He's laughing. All those speed counters gone.
What's so funny? Oh, I'll tell you what's funny. You think you've got the upper hand just by summoning that big and fancy monster. I'll admit, you've probably come closer than anyone else has to beating me. But I'm afraid defanging a snake isn't as simple as that. And I will show you right now!
What can he do?
I can't use this spell card.
So he could have had a way out of the scenario, but
I activate from my extra deck the speed spell Turbo Energy.
ah crap.
With it, since I control
We got
your
a
monsters,
damage
I
reducer
can
and he's got a
flash my
damage
speed
increaser.
counters, gaining an additional 2.
Essentially,
So
anyway.
you can use some fancy spell card to turn things around? I don't think so. I give up another 1,000 of my monster's attack points to negate your speed spell. Urgh. Oh well. It's not like I really needed that spell card anyway.
What?
Especially considering I have this. I activate my trap card, Venerex Salvation!
What's that do?
Oh no! You really should have negated this trap card.
The spell was
because with it,
bait.
I can banish Venerex monsters from my graveyard to perform a fusion summon.
Oh no.
Fusion summon from the graveyard.
Phantom Fusion.
By combining my 2 strongest monsters, Venerex Giant Wasp and Venerex Funnel Spider. Urgh. Now, earlier you were wondering where the snakes are. Well, you know how the old saying goes, Blur.
Save your
Be
best for
careful what you
last.
wish for, because with these 2, I fusion summon one of my favorite monsters. Go! Venerex King Cobra!
Oh no. Nice work with the hissing.
It's about time.
Ha!
I couldn't agree more.
No smart comments this
It's about
time.
time that you are destroyed, that is. Because during the battle phase, my King Cobra's attack points double.
What?
When he's battling a monster with a Venerex counter.
Oh crap baskets.
6,400? Now. Let's end this. Night, night, little rat. as my cobra silences his prey. Go, violent venom strike! Well, thank you, Viper. You almost got me.
Huh? What do you mean
No matter
almost?
what trap I'm put in, I always try to find a way out of it. Such as this case, where I'm using an actual trap to get out of this situation. No pathetic trap card will affect my beast. Who says I'm aiming for him? Jamming way noise motion!
Huh?
What?
Affects his own monster.
With this trap card, for every one of your face-down banished cards, I can inflict 200 points of damage to your life points.
Burning.
Since you got 12, you take 2,400 points of damage. So I can't beat your monster.
Then I'll just
But
beat
your
you.
life points, on the other hand, are a different story. Bye-bye, Scales. I'm sure the Lancers will enjoy this bit of information I got for him. Oh. Oh, well. Well done. I have to admit, well done. Leading my attention away from your face-down card. Just to surprise me with a trap card like that. That is genius. I have to admit, that is absolute genius. But unfortunately for you, you have activated that trap card too little too late.
What are you talking about?
Why is that? Because King Cobra's on the field. And when he is on the field, he can half the damage taken from your trap card's effect.
So Viper only take
Half
1,200.
or no half, you still lose. But there's more, you see.
The other
You
half of
also
the damage.
take the other half as damage.
Meaning in the first...
That means-
Welcome to episode 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's
Unleashed.
right. This duel
Season 3,
is a
episode 4 of
draw.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Unleashed. Where we have our first tie for the season.
Well,
One down, many to go.
waste of effort.
And that was a waste of an episode. No.
I wouldn't say it was a complete waste. What do you... Oh, no.
You're out of
no,
gas.
No, not now. No.
It's like when Lightning ran out of gas right when he was by the police car in Sally. Out of gas? What?
Brilliant. This is the last thing that I need. What was that you were saying earlier? Rats can't be trapped that easily? I beg to differ. Sir,
What the...
we came as soon as we could.
What are you talking about? You on foot?
Reinforcements. What perfect timing.
Wow, this
then,
isn't good.
Blur, if you can give me one good reason why we should literally duel you to death, or easier still, just push you off the cliff, we won't. Alright then. Is that...
The key card.
Does this look familiar? Sir, is that one of the 4 key cards we need? Give it to me! No. You know how this works. Fine, if you'd like to be that way. But I think I've had enough dueling for one day. So I'll have my troops take care of you. I'm sure you're not able to beat all of them.
He would then go on to beat all of them.
I am
Probably.
this. Dispose of him. Yes, sir! Prepare yourself to duel!
The advanced drones.
Yeah, actually, about that. Now, if you were gonna duel someone, or forcefully duel them, or, I don't know, try to kill them over a card that you need in order to complete your evil plans, and those evil plans involved trying to destroy the whole multiverse or something, word of advice, he isn't. Don't back him up against a cliff.
You're insane!
I don't care how long it takes or if he's dead or alive. Find him! We need that card off of him!
But, sir, the card it's probably destroyed with his dual pack.
Find him! Yes, sir.
If the card is
Come on, boys.
destroyed, we can't get Zark again.
Master Mephiles isn't going to like this.
Nope, not even a little bit. I don't like this.
Unbelievable.
A
I
tie?
had one of the 4 key cards we need, and you let him escape!
But my lord, I have my men searching for his remains as we speak. Then for your sake, Viper, you better go and search with them. Not only do we need that card to unlock Zark, but if he somehow survived that fall and gets this information to the Lancers, and they discover what's in that temple, everything, and I mean everything that we worked for will start to fall apart. And I will not allow that to happen. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Mephiles must be
Yes,
horrified
yes, my
to just
lord.
think of all this happening, with this outburst he's having. Usually so calm, cool, and collected, but the idea that he's
for
starting to
the
lose
key
a
card
little control
And
is
bring
making
it to
him
me.
break.
And what are we to do with the Blur should we find his remains?
Do whatever you wish with him. Rather he be dead or alive.
Understood. Well, at least I found where another one of the key cards are. Like I said, Mephiles is losing just a little bit of control of the situation, and it's breaking him. That little talk from Nanix about how he wouldn't be able to control his Zark is getting to him as well, and making him question his entire plan. Would it work? Who knows? But anyway, as for the duel itself, it's a good duel back and forth with each other. They were equally matched up until they burn damage into habit. Our first duel of Season 3 that ends in a tie. How many more will come? I honestly don't remember. I think there's like 2 or 3 more, but I can't tell off the top of my head. Anyway, this thing was about overdue for an increase, so it's been starving since Season 2, so let's give it one now. It needs more, dang it, more! Anywho, yeah, good dueling action. Good to see Viper back in control. I like how Bert was able to use the situation to his advantage, despite being fully surrounded. He knew that he had the ace in this situation, and the only way out was the only way they couldn't come back from. A risk of death? Yes, but at least it means they don't get the key card. So, it's worth it in the end. But, now Mephiles is starting to lose control and lose patience. How much longer until he breaks? Time will tell that tale. But until that time, simple episode, so I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See all of you next time. Later.